Slutty wine. God, this wine is so slutty.
Yeah. All right. I feel like
did I just slut shame the wine?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You did, but thankfully it won't be in the show. or will it?
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip, and for about the next 30 minutes, we are going to sip some booze and spit some news.
Correctamundo.
Spit us some news, as you say.
We're going to spit us some news.
Yeah.
Spitting us some news with ourselves. None of that makes sense. Is the man, the myth, the legend, the flight engineer extraordinaire, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski. How you doing, sir?
Sorry, I poured you guys so much wine.
You
today.
did.
I love it. I love it. You know what? This is one of the things that's very nice about the fact that we're actually, it's an evening.
Yeah.
I mean, really early afternoon, but it's not 11 a.m. drinking.
Yeah. Right. So as our listeners know from last week's episode,
Attack of the Termite Pies.
So Alex's house is getting tented for termites,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't know where we were going to record, so we made the decision that we're just recording early this week.
Correct.
So it is currently Thursday. We normally record on Saturdays.
It is currently Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And now we're drinking some booze on a Thursday. What?
It's fucking annoying to tent your house.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like, it is annoying.
how long did it take you to bag up everything?
You know, here's the good news. We're horrible,
You're horrible?
life eaters. Like, we're horrible life people.
Eaters?
Yeah,
What?
like, we
You're
don't have a
lazy?
stocked fridge.
Oh, yeah, no.
We don't go buy food to make dinner.
No joke. You know what's in my fridge right now?
Yeah.
It's my water filter tank, whatever, purifier,
Sure.
where I get water from. There's about 8 to 10 bottles of Soylent. And I think 2 carrots and some Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
That's all that's in my
First
fridge.
off,
I'm not exaggerating.
meal.
Shockingly similar
a bottle
to
of
our
champagne
fridge.
and 2 beers. There's 2 beers in my fridge.
Shockingly similar to our fridge. We had a single hard cider.
Just one.
Just one bottle.
One.
Just sitting there. We had a bottle of champagne. And then we had like some hummus that was close to being out of date. A half bag of baby carrots because I guess we eat children. So it was the same thing. We just so that is usually what, and like our pantry is like canned goods and stale crackers.
Right.
I was happy to throw away the stale crackers, and also like you don't even think about it, but it's like your spices, like all the spices in your spice thing, your spice hole.
I have like a lot. Your spice hole. I have a lot of spices for someone who like never cooks.
Everybody has a lot of
I'm like,
spices
what
for
do I
people
do?
that don't
Why
cook.
do I have these?
You know why it is? Because
Why?
you had a recipe, and then you were like, it needs ground cardamom. And so then you go to Ralph's and you buy a
What the
fucking
hell is
tin
cardamom, anyway?
tin of ground cardamom, and then you sprinkle a little in and then put it in the cabinet. Just put it back in the cabinet.
Man.
We had like salmon teriyaki glaze in a bottle that was expired in 2013.
Oh, gross.
Oh my God,
Like we had shit in the back that I was like, oh, toothpicks.
I actually had earlier this year. I had some girlfriends come over and we did we cooked some dinner and whatever. And I was so jealous because I have a friend who. I got scallops and I was like, I was like, do you know any like a good sauce to put in scallops? She's like, oh yeah, I'll just come over and see what you have in your cabinet. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
She's like, no, I'll make it work.
buy stuff.
She literally like just dug through my cabinet and like just kind of created a dressing to put on these scallops. And I was like, how did you do that?
Those people are like doctors to me.
Yeah,
They know
right?
something that we
Yeah,
don't.
that is a
Like
great way to put it.
surgeons with food.
Yeah. I will say that we have started, because we started doing the sort of 4-hour body thing again, and so we've been more conscious of eating at home. And we have definitely started like hitting a rhythm like I did. So when I was growing up, we would have shrimp cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Periodically.
That was fancy.
Must be nice to be a rich Alex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think it was just because my mom sort of knew that you could get shrimp cocktail economically.
And it
you
was
knew how to do it, and
Yeah.
it felt fancy.
If we had shrimp cocktail when I was a kid, it was like a fancy.
Yeah.
It was like a big deal.
But here's the thing. Most people would buy the pre-cooked frozen tail-on shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You get the bag of frozen shrimp.
We didn't do any of that stuff. My mom would
The
buy
servant brought it
fresh,
to him.
fresh, unpeeled shrimp.
Really?
Oh.
Because it's cheaper.
Is it?
Anytime an item goes into, anytime there's less work to do, it's way more expensive, right? So like chopped broccoli. Like the
Right.
broccoli florets,
Right.
way more expensive than just buying a head of broccoli and figuring
that
it
makes
out.
sense.
So shrimp, same
But
way.
buying fresh shrimp seems like it would be more expensive than buying frozen shrimp.
No, because but they're peeled. That's the key. So somebody
What's
has gone
peeled?
through
Deveined,
the
right?
shrimp.
Like
The frozen shrimp.
The frozen shrimp are peeled and deveined, so that
Well-
means somebody has gone through that process, so it's
Yeah,
more
I
expensive,
guess.
even though fresh shrimp seems like it should be more expensive.
yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not.
Oh, interesting.
So
Wow.
I grew up peeling and deveining shrimp.
Okay, so you earned your shrimp cocktail.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
We worked it.
Yeah.
And then she
You
would
weren't
boil
just so
the shrimp. And then,
privileged.
yeah. No.
Yeah.
there was room to devein your shrimp on your yacht.
There was. Well, all yachts come with a shrimp deveining station.
Duh.
I don't know if you're
And a
aware
gift
of that.
wrapping room, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's like right next to the oyster shucking station. There's a lot of specifically one-use seafood stations on the yacht. Anyway, so I was like, we got this pasta that actually Jen, your wife, turned us onto the tolerance stuff.
Ooh.
Thanks. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's just red lentil.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah.
got it because you
yeah.
had it.
Oh, right. You took
Yeah.
a box home and tried
Yeah.
it, and it was like crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went and bought some raw shrimp, peeled them, deveined them. Then I sautéed them in olive oil, garlic, butter, lemon and lime, some what's it called?
Cardamom, ground
Some
cardamom.
ground cardamom, some teriyaki. No, I'm just kidding. But so I did basically a gutter garlic butter sauce. That's what I called it. Just throw everything in there. But it was so great, and I just pulled it out of my butt. I mean, that's not.
Why would you pull
I
shrimp sauce out of your
metaphorically
butt?
pulled it out of my butt. But it was fantastic, and I was like, this is what it's like to be like somebody that can just whip shit up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really. When I do that, I'm like 50-50. It's like, yeah. Or like, I can just
Or
tell.
like, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I can tell by the look on
How do
Heather's
I
face.
Postmates?
Yeah, and she's like pushing stuff away. Like, oh, you didn't like the lamb gizzard that I thought I could saute, and I read it on Reddit.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
I'm really good. Like when I do cook, it's every once in a blue moon. But when I do cook, I'm normally very good at getting things to taste awesome, but they look terrible. Like I don't have any decent presentation, but it tastes really good.
yeah.
You
Do
know?
you have like a go-to dish? Like Heather, when I first met Heather, her like claim to fame was she makes a fucking awesome artichoke dip.
Yeah.
So every party she was invited to, they were like, could you bring your artichoke
Can you bring me
dip?
artichoke dip? I can actually. I'm really good. God, what is that steak called? I really like getting a certain kind of cut of steak that's real thin. It's almost like
Like a flank steak or
yeah,
like
like
a
a flank steak.
flap steak. or
Yeah,
whatever it's
but
called. Yeah.
there's a place. There's
Skirt
a
steak?
Steakums.
a skirt steak.
Steakums.
Steakums.
It's steakums. Yeah, just get
By the
steakums.
way, we need to bring those
But
back.
like,
Love steak.
just see, I have like good seasoning to put on it, and
Yeah.
just like kind of frying it in canola oil on like a minute each side.
It's great.
Like that's real good. And then I have these fancy olive oils that I brought back from Italy.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Well,
not
of
just like
course.
olive oil; it's like lemon olive oil or like spicy olive oil. And then like I'll cook up some nice pasta and toss it in those olive oils.
Yeah.
and those are real good. So it's like a simple
Real
meal,
Yeah.
but it's tasty.
Yeah.
That's really the key. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that's what it comes down to. And we've even talked about like, it's just so funny how like, I mean, maybe it's because we don't have kids. Because I feel like once you
Right.
have kids, you automatically are just like, fuck, I'm an adult. Let's do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and before you have kids, you're just sort of like, every once in a while
Take
we'll have
out
that,
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll have that conversation of like, should we like just a little bit more adult? And it's like, I mean, yeah, let's do that. And then we do it for like a day, and we're like,
You know, it is funny. We mentioned this briefly the other day, not on the podcast, but when we got together, that we're three people who, two of you are married and I'm not, but none of us are having kids.
Woo, no, yeah.
We're three fully
We're gonna
grown
just-
adults who just were all
God,
like,
yeah,
nah,
no.
kids.
This garage for life.
I don't
So-
want to have to learn to cook for my kids.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
all parents who
not
listen to this
cooking healthy
podcast. You will never say anything that
And
you can
I-
relate to
yeah,
in that
and,
way.
And look, I feel like there's enough podcasts out there with people that have kids that you
Yeah.
can get that information, but we are more.
Yeah.
We should be what people look to and go, if I didn't have kids,
yeah,
I'd be bringing.
I'd be drinking wine in someone's garage on a Thursday at
4:30 in the
4:30.
Yes, you would. And nobody would be having any problem with that except for all
Yeah.
of the food in my termite bags.
Oh, your termite bags.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so worried that I've done it wrong, and I'm going to come back and put deodorant on and then die.
No, don't do that.
I mean, honestly, they were like, yeah,
Alex,
don't.
do me a favor. Don't die.
Okay. I'll try my best.
All right.
I'm shooting for don't die.
Yeah.
By the way, brain head transplant guy is still a thing.
Is the guy doing the thing?
Yeah, they're still like
still trying to
seriously
do it?
prepping.
Oh, wow.
They're gonna do that. Guy is gonna die and either be reborn on somebody else's body or just be like, I tried my best.
Now
did
I'm
everything.
looking at myself from floating 6 feet above the ground.
Yeah. Oh man, that body would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Well, next time.
But this ghostly form.
Okay, did we talk about this? Like, if this works out, like if this guy actually, like, there's a successful brain transplant, have we then proven that the quote-unquote soul
is somehow
lives in your brain?
I mean, I think the bottom line is but don't we already know that? I mean, there are quadriplegics that don't have any use of
their body.
So really, and the machine is making their body do the thing it's supposed to do.
No, but I feel like my point is like,
how great would that be if the guy woke up and then was like, holy shit, what just happened? I was in a car accident, and he was the guy whose body he had.
Well, that's what I mean.
What?
Or like, what if he has?
Black Mirror
what if he has like a totally different personality? Like what? He either, like, if this is successful, he's either the same person, or we have determined that the thing that defines you as a person, the thing that defines you as a soul, does not exist in any physical part of your body.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, it's like Carl Sagan said that just finding out here we go. And this is not a quote. Okay. This is a
summary.
Alex paraphrasing a thing he heard once on maybe a show. Okay. Anyway, but Carl Sagan used to say that finding out if we are alone in the universe is the single biggest question that we will be able to answer. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's sort of like with is there a God? Is there not a God? Yeah. That is a question that we probably will never be able to answer. Are we alone in the universe? Is there life in the universe? Is a question that we could actually potentially answer.
And that changes everything.
And it will have more impact than any other answered question in the history of knowledge.
One of my favorite,
I guess so, yeah.
One of my favorite, not quotes, paraphrasing by Alison because she saw it on something or somewhere, is from Stephen Hawking's, and he was like, because someone asked him, do you believe that there's life, outside of the human race? And he was like, well, he's like, no matter the answer to that question, it's a miracle. Yeah. Like, either we are the only intelligent race in the entire universe, which that's a miracle. Yeah. Or we are not, and there are other civilizations out there, and that's a miracle. Yeah. Like, it's kind of cool. Either way you look at it, it's like, oh shit, this is all amazing.
Man, I really hope that in our lifetimes,
I'll put us all into 5 years.
I know, and I really hope that within those 5 years,
I'm
Tom,
done in 5 years.
He's like, I'm just like, that's as much salami as I can eat.
Yep.
And you're like, maybe you should have had some greens. I mean, I'm just saying. You're
just like here and there, like just a salad.
I live for meat and meat alone. Fuck you, salad.
Meat.
You're like, he died too early, but he died as he lived, eating sausage.
Eating sausage.
Amazing. Oh, Tom, don't stop. Have just broccoli's great, cauliflower.
I eat it. I think it's the alcohol that might do it.
No.
Shit. So it's our fault. He's blaming it on us, Alex.
That's all you guys.
He poured it.
He did.
But
Tom
it's your bottle.
poured the entire bottle of wine into 3 glasses.
That was amazing.
No,
the best part was he was slowly pouring it into, and then looking up at us until we made eye contact with him.
It's like when your dog knows it's doing something wrong and looks up at you.
I just looked down and Tom's like, pour, and he looks up at me and he just sort of slowly puts the bottle down. He was like, if they don't see, they'll just drink all the wine.
Just be drinking.
Which, by the way, is exactly what would have happened.
I want you guys to have fun for once.
God.
You don't seem to have fun here.
We never have fun. Nothing's
What were we
fun.
talking about before we got into that? You were saying something that was actually
Cosmos. Wait.
Oh, Stephen Hawking?
No. I hope
Carl Sagan?
that within our lifetime,
that we figured out.
5 years.
we discover that we are not alone in the universe.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Because I feel like, and then, by the way, Elon Musk comes down and was like, Elon, where you been?
My brother!
Where you been?
We come to rescue you from this,
from this horrible
anti-civilization
And he's like,
planet.
oh, man, I just finished my tunnels. All right. Better go home.
Can I bring Amber Heard with me?
Yeah, she's like, what?
And then Amber Heard just like levitates off the ground into the cosmos, and we were like, we knew she was famous.
God damn it, that was Amber. She was in Zombieland. Now I remember. Bye, Amber Heard. Have fun in the celestial playgrounds. But I hope because I feel like everything. I mean, the funny thing is like I will read shit and I'm like, I realize that like we look at science fiction and sort of futurism and like all this crazy shit that could potentially happen, and it's like mesmerizing and like that could never happen.
Right.
I drive a car that drives itself.
It does.
That's insane.
And it is exciting, but it also now has become my car.
Yeah.
So it's mundane.
You're used to it. Yeah.
It's mundane.
Yeah.
I got a text, and I was like, oh, fuck, I got to deal with this text. And I was driving on Melrose coming back from, like, Beverly Hills-ish, you know what I mean?
Because you're so fancy.
It's a long stretch of Melrose.
Were you making your own shrimp cocktail out
I
there?
was just going to say nice.
First off, Bucephalus has a deveining station. So let's just
Of
be
course,
clear.
all Teslas come with a shrimp cocktail station.
It's
That was
an
the latest
addition, but I
update.
paid for
Right,
it. But anyway, I was like, oh, shit, I have to deal with this text. And I was like, boop, boop. And my car just started driving, and I just started texting.
That's insane.
And I was paying attention, I mean, as much as you can.
You also had
Right.
a phone in your hand, which is also futuristic. You were calling and texting.
I mean, let's not even
Like-
talk about fucking FaceTime as a thing. Like, we all saw Demolition Man, and all the
Right.
phones, or Total Recall, and all the phones were video and like,
Yeah.
hey, what are you doing? And we were like, never. What?
That
This is
could
crazy.
never happen.
And
you
now,
can't attach a VCR to a phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's a CRT monitor. How would it be communicating with a telephone system? And now it's like, if I want to see my nieces and nephew, or my nieces, because I don't have a nephew. Well, I have nephews, but not FaceTime nephews.
Not ones you
Anyway,
like.
You don't have
okay.
FaceTime
I have
nephews?
like my nephew is.
They're not worthy of FaceTime
No, my
with
nephew's
Alex?
like 17, and he's not like,
So
hey,
he
bro,
can't
let's
FaceTime?
FaceTime. It's like,
Dude, let's get him drunk.
yeah.
Whoa.
17.
I would love to see some of
I was
my
just kidding. I'm not really gonna get
relatives
drunk.
drunk.
Dude, my little cousin is 20 now, which
Yeah.
is terrifying for me to say my little cousin is 20.
Well, you're pretty old, so.
Okay, you know what?
I'm kidding, Alex. I kid.
But at my brother's wedding, I was like, Brandon, have a drink with the cousins.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
And he was like, no, I'm not 21 yet. I'm like, who cares? No one's going to care. I'll get you a drink. It's fine. Just have a drink with the cousin.
Amazing.
And then he was like, I don't like the taste of alcohol. And I was like,
I remember those
who
days.
are
bro.
you?
Yeah.
How are you related to my family?
Yeah, you were like, A, you haven't had the right alcohol. B, I will be right back.
Yeah, so I
You haven't
couldn't.
felt the effects of alcohol.
I didn't
Yeah.
get him to do
Then
it.
you
Maybe
like it.
Christmas. Maybe
You're like,
Christmas. I'll get
welcome
him
to Pina Colada.
Yes. or like a Long Island iced tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't taste anything.
I will say, I'm embarrassed to say that my drink du jour back when I was early days in college
Yeah.
was SoCo and Coke.
Oh, man.
Southern Comfort and Coke.
Yeah.
And it tasted like the strawberry candies with the cream, with like strawberry in the middle that was wrapped in the cellophane wrapper that looked like a strawberry.
The terrible thing that I started
exactly
with, like,
what it tasted like.
when-
I get it,
those
I get
few bars that I could get into without an ID in college,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Slammers.
no, whatever. For whatever reason, my friend got me started on Midori sours.
Wow.
Yeah,
weird.
Because he was like, they're like fluorescent green. They're kind of like Slimer and Ghostbusters. And I was like, that sounds cool.
It's like
So
an
we just
adult,
like
Ecto
would get
Cooler.
drunk
Yeah.
on 800 Midori sours because there's not a lot of alcohol in those either.
A lot of
So-
sugar.
Yeah.
A lot of hangovers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the high sugar ones will get
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. No, my
Yeah.
first drinks were vodka chased by iced tea. And I didn't even like iced tea, but that's what I was taught to drink after vodka. I thought it was a thing that you did. Like,
Did
it was,
have I told you guys about my first drinking experience, like my first alcohol experience?
No.
Like I remember it very clearly.
Yeah.
And it ended up involving a mosque.
A moss?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did someone
So-
please tell me they put you in the mosque?
No,
when you were-
no, it was great.
I get
No, so I joined a fraternity in college.
Okay. The first time you
Second
drank was
semester.
in college?
Yeah, I mean, I had like some stuff, but the first time I
loaded.
got like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not a good thing in the morning.
Got it.
Was my fraternity in college.
Okay.
I had just joined, and it was like second semester freshman year, and we went to this. They were like throwing a party for all the
Right.
pledges. Like, this is like, come on, it's gonna be great. And I went to this like Mexican restaurant. Now, mind you, never been drunk. Maybe been buzzed maybe once,
Right.
but never been drunk. And I walk into this restaurant, and like the bottom floor is a regular restaurant with a bar, and then there's stairs, And then at the top of the stairs is like this whole other top level that was all private, closed
Okay.
off. That's where the party was.
Oh boy.
So
Look
I
at
walk in
Alex.
and I'm like, this is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. And my roommate pledged with me as well. So it was like he and I were like, this is great. Let's go to this party. Okay,
We're gonna
cool.
be best friends
It's been great.
forever.
And this guy, my buddy Ken, he looked at me and was like, hey, you're that new pledge, Alex. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I'm Ken, come over here. And I was like, oh, what's up? And he was like, here, drink this. And I was like, what is it? And he was like, it's tequila. And I was like, okay. And so
It's like beer.
So I slammed a shot of tequila and I was like, I'm going to go upstairs.
Because when you first start drinking, you think you're invincible.
Well, and you don't know
you do
anything.
the shots of all the stuff, and you're like, this is great.
Yeah, I thought it was the equivalent of like, here's a light beer.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I was like, great. And so I start walking up the stairs, like really happy, and I start not being able to go up the stairs.
Off of
like,
one
I'm like,
shot that quickly?
Yeah. I was like, what the,
Wow.
whoa.
Empty
Whoa.
stomach
And then I was like, okay.
What?
And then I go in, and they were like, hey, here's a margarita. And I was like,
Yeah.
what's a margarita? And so I just drank
watered
and
down
drank
tequila.
and drank and drank. And I don't, there's a lot of stuff that happened that night. A lot of stuff.
He lost his virginity.
No,
Whoa.
my girlfriend at the time, like, knocked on my door at like 3:30 in the morning, and then and I was still fucked up, and she was like telling me about how somebody told her that I was walking across a quad with holding some girl's hand, and I was like, "What is happening right now?" I was like, "Computer not on."
Yeah.
Like I don't. And I was like, no. And then I was like, because my mom worked on campus, so I was like,
Oh my
in my
gosh.
drunken haze, I was like, the only person it could have been was my mom. And then I was like, but that never happened. I mean, it was just like, and then she left, and I was like, back up into the top bunk to sleepy times.
Oh, no.
And then my door started knocking at 7:45 in the morning.
Oh.
And I was like, go away. And this guy was like, no, dude, you got to remember we had the thing, because it was Saturday night. And
Yeah.
Sunday morning,
Oh, no.
I was scheduled to go on a tour of a Muslim mosque
Oh, my gosh.
for my religion class.
Oh, no.
And I was like, nope, no.
No.
And my buddy was like, bro, if you don't come with me right now, you are not gonna like, this is not you can't
fail.
there is no not doing this. And I was like, okay, pants. And so I just put clothes on. And we take the little shuttle, and we go to the mosque, and I'm sitting there, and like
You're trying to not die.
I'm trying to not die, and we had to take our shoes off. There's carpet over the entire floor of the mosque, and so I'm just like,
You're like, you can't puke anywhere.
and I am starting to want to puke.
Oh, my
And I'm like,
gosh.
we should go. And he was like, well, I have some more questions. I pull him aside, and I was like, we got to leave, or I'm going to throw up all over this fucking floor, and that is not going to be good. And he was like,
gosh.
thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Gotta go.
And then I threw up in a garbage can outside.
Wow.
Outside. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I went to bed, and then I guess I wrote a paper on being in a mosque. I don't know. And somehow I was like,
Oh, my
that seemed like a
gosh.
good idea. Next weekend, let's do that again.
The first time I ever got sick off
Yeah.
of alcohol, off of drinking too much, this is like the most Jersey thing about me. It was in the parking lot tailgating
Amazing.
before a Dave Matthews concert
Oh,
dear.
my
at
God.
the Garden State Arts Center. I think that's where we
Amazing.
I
were.
don't think
I don't think there's
There's a
anything
worse
more
place.
Jersey.
Yeah,
If
no.
it could have been Bruce Springsteen,
No,
maybe a
it
little
was
more Jersey.
definitely Dave Matthews Band, and I drank way too many screwdrivers. I was just drinking vodka orange
Yes.
juice.
Yes, you were.
And
I'm
then,
a fan.
and I was underage too. So then, my friend walked me off to go use the bathroom, and while waiting in the line for the bathroom, I just hurled my guts up. And he was
Amazing.
like, "We gotta go," and they like snuck me back to the car and like threw me in the back of the car because they were like, "We can't get caught. We're all underage drinking." And I was like
Amazing.
crying in the back of the car.
Oh, no.
And I had just been Peter Pan in high school, and so.
I thought you said I had just been Peter Pan, and I was like,
No.
I want to
You're like,
know
"Oh,
what that is.
No, I just been Peter Pan. So
Yeah.
all of my boyfriend at the time, all of his friends had seen the show, and like one of them stuck his head in the car, and he was like, "Peter Pan's drunk. Crow for me, Peter." And I'm like in the
Crow
back,
for
being like,
Oh, no.
and I finally rallied, and like my boyfriend and I made it in, and we caught like Santana was opening for them. We
Yeah.
caught 2 Santana songs, and then the Dave Matthews concert. But I was like done the
Oh,
whole time.
my
I was like,
God.
"Oh my god."
wow.
But yeah.
Tom,
That
first
sounds-
time drunk?
First night of college.
Yeah,
with,
buddy.
with that absolute chaser chased with iced tea,
Oh,
puking my
God,
brains
gross.
out all night. Oi, yeah.
Oh, man. Look, first off, kids, don't drink. It sucks. B.
All those kids listening.
B.
Our podcast is literally about drinking.
I know. I just felt like I had to say something.
Underage kids, don't drink.
Underage kids don't drink.
Yeah.
It's awesome. B. I did not get super fucked up barfy. I mean, I barf very easily.
Yeah, you do.
I barf loudly, apparently.
I barf loudly.
Like dying.
You know what it is? It's because guess what? I feel better after I do barf.
Yeah.
And I see Heather and she's like, "Oh, I just feel like I should barf." And I'm like, "Go barf."
Yeah.
You will feel so much better. And she's like, "I hate it. I can't do it." And I'm like, "All right, but welcome to the hangover."
While you're barfing, it's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
It is. There's something about it for me that's very
while you're
cathartic.
barfing that you're like, I'm a terrible human being and everything I do is awful and I'm sweaty and gross. And then you finish and you're like,
true.
All right, I lived.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
but I started figuring out. Figuring out's wrong. I believe I mastered the art of the boot and rally.
Oh, good for you. We've talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times.
It was paramount
amazing.
for me.
You feel pretty invincible when you do that. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, because
come
now
back
you're
and
like, I've not had any alcohol.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just a little buzzed. I could drink all the alcohol I just threw up in that guy's toilet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or on the walls.
And I burned all the calories.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It was like all that crazy pizza I ate.
Yeah.
God.
Why did I
Exactly.
bother?
I mean, it's horrible, but anyway. All right. Okay.
should we get
We've
to some
just been
emails?
rambling. Let's get to some emails.
Checka the email.
Checka what? Oh, first off, this is from Christopher.
Hi, Christopher.
No science in this email. Just answering a question Alex had in the last episode.
Yeah.
The Hostess snack that was basically a Twinkie with icing is called Zingers.
Zingers!
Yes. And
Those
by
are
the way,
fantastic.
Best name.
By the way, I went on Saturday. Oh, that might have been that day. We recorded on Saturday, right? So I went that day to CVS and bought a bunch of crazy stuff, and I saw the Zinger. So I actually saw it, and then he's got a picture of it, and I was like,
Love
yeah.
Fantastic.
I used to get these when I was a kid, and I tagged along with the grocery. Oh, when I would tag along to the grocery shopping with my mom. Did you guys do that? Where, you wouldn't get crazy shit, but then when you go shopping with your mom, you'd be like, we should get
Can we
Fruit
get this?
Loops.
Yeah.
We should get blah, blah, blah.
Mom be like, fine.
I know.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah,
I have wanted to try one now, but I'm afraid it'll just ruin my childhood memories. Actual Dr. Chris.
Oh,
Doctor.
actual Dr.
What kind
Chris.
of
Well, actual.
Yeah.
He's
probably
use
like,
one.
don't eat
works on
zingers.
yeah.
Don't eat Zingers.
He's like, alcohol's fine. Zingers will kill you.
Yeah. They're artificial everything.
Yeah. At least you know what you're getting when you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like
Grapes.
hard stuff. Yeah.
Grapes.
Grapes.
Corn and potatoes.
Yeah.
Vodkas.
Potatoes.
That's what it's made of, right?
Corn.
Aloe. Wait.
Agavita.
Oh, that's it.
No,
I'm like, what's
no.
tequila made of?
Agave.
That's it.
Aquavita.
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 You know, that's how they get them cheap. First off, by the way,
What?
I feel like nowadays we don't have so many fucked up alcohols.
Like Zima.
Well, I was thinking more like Fireball.
Oh,
and
Fireball's
like,
still around.
What's the one? No, but what's the other one?
All
There was
I drank in Nashville
what
was
the ice
Fireball.
one. Remember the ice one? There was one that was like called
The
like
ice one?
volcanic ice or like
No, but it sounds
Avalanche.
great. I want it.
Avalanche.
What?
the
No, I
hell
want
is
this.
the
What
Yeah, it
is
was
Avalanche?
like blue peppermint.
Oh,
What?
God.
Ooh,
Disgusting.
Mix that with some Fireball.
Ugh.
I call it a
Fire and
mint.
ice?
Fire and ice.
All right.
Fire mint kind of at least is, fire and ice makes sense.
Fireman.
like a flame.
Fireman.
Fireman?
Yeah. What does that guy do for a living? Oh, he's a fireman.
Fireman.
He's a fireman. He also teaches elementary gym class.
Nice. Fireman
Yeah.
would.
He's half fireball and half avalanche. He's a fireman. Anyway, all right.
Can you imagine an avalanche made out of fireballs? That'd be terrifying.
Yes, I do.
Terrifyingly awesome.
Terrifyingly awesome. All right, this is great. Speaking of terrifyingly awesome,
Yeah.
Alison Haislip's Dead Eyes.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, no.
Wait for it, because this is awesome.
No, I mean, Dead Eyes is my thing from the first season of Tabletop.
Yeah. No, but if you Google girl with dead eyes, you are the first 3 images on Google.
If you just search "girl with dead
Girl with
eyes,"
so here we go.
Oh my God!
Hello, all. Lorenzo here. In
Hi,
case
Lorenzo.
Allison asks, which she just did.
Yeah.
I've been a big fan of Allison since Attack of the Show. Fan of Alex since the Screensavers. Tom is an inspiration to all fellow podcast flight engineers.
Yay.
Thank you, I agree.
Anyway, sometimes in the office, my coworkers and I get lazy. Rather than walk to somebody's desk and ask a few questions, we find ourselves iMessaging each other very frequently.
Okay.
I personally love using GIFs.
Yeah.
I needed a GIF of someone with dead eyes, dead, bored eyes. So I turned to Google. Are you aware that if you search dead eyes GIF, not even girl,
Oh, just dead eyes.
eyes GIF,
I'm the first 3?
under Google Images, the top 3 search results are all of Alison Haislip.
I'm famous.
Look, it's this.
I'm so... Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, she knows.
I know. I'm in it. God,
That's amazing.
I'm so blonde in it.
Well, it's because you had blonde hair.
Yeah.
This tickled me very much and made my
That's
day at work
hilarious.
so much better. Getting to see Allison's beautiful dead eyes
I'm
staring
pretending
into
to be
the
a
abyss.
stripper with dead eyes. That's why
That's amazing.
That's why my arm's up in the air. I'm holding onto a pole and I'm dancing.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, with dead eyes.
It's great.
Wow.
Well, first off, you are Mrs. Deadeyes now.
Ms. Dead
Oh,
Eyes.
sorry, Ms.
Yeah.
Deadeyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mr. Deadeyes might be hot.
Yeah, man.
Well, he hasn't found me yet. So.
Well, all right. Damn it.
Mr. Dead Eyes has not put a ring on it. So.
Yeah, so I'm still Miss Deadeyes.
Yep.
Miss? What is it again?
Ms.
You'll have beautiful children
Miss.
with dead eyes. Yeah.
Our dead-eyed children.
Dead-eyed children. Mommy, can I have some cereal? Jesus, stop looking at me, Carl.
He's got your eyes.
Why
He's got
can't
your
you
eyes
focus
too, you know?
on something?
I'm looking at you right now, Mommy. God, it looks like you're looking at my forehead. Go look at your sister. We can't see into each other's souls. Hello, Carl.
Those are your kids' names, by the way.
Yeah.
This just becomes a spin-off of the half-hour happy hours, the radio play of the Deadeye family.
The dead-eyed children. Allison and her dead-eyed kids.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Sweet.
Amazing.
What else we got?
All right, yeah. What time? It's like this is coming up. We've been chatting for a bit.
Yeah, it's because Tom made us drink a third of a bottle of wine.
Third of a bottle
Each?
of wine each. Oh god, let me see. No, that one's stupid. We have a high bar of quality here. All right. First off, I love the fact that I just said that one is stupid,
And
and
then
I'm
you went
about
to
to
it?
read this headline.
Yes.
Which is not the one that I said was too stupid. Speed bumps for pedestrians installed to slow down tourists at Chinese beauty spot.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, well,
Speed bumps.
not only is it a terrible idea, so
To tourists normally run by this thing?
well, these Chinese officials were like, "Hey, people are going by this beautiful spot,
And we want
this
people
like
to
bridge,
stop and...
and people are not appreciating how fucking awesome this is."
Huh.
Oh, so it's not about making money. It's like, we want you to appreciate it.
No, it's like
They're
this,
not
these guys. Fuck these guys. This is like fucking history. So
This is... Appreciate
our history, you dicks. And so they put in pedestrian speed bumps.
My gosh.
Yeah, which,
Are
by
they
the way,
just like mini hills?
Yeah, they're look.
Oh, wow, they are.
It
They're
is like
literally...
a
they're just...
stripe
Yeah.
of like pedestrian speed bumps. So
Wow, that is
two things happened.
crazy.
One,
What are the two things?
people stopped walking so fast. Two, people had to start staring at their feet because they couldn't figure out how not to trip on the fucking speed bumps.
Therefore,
Yeah.
they weren't seeing.
Ipso facto, they're actually
We're still
less.
not looking at the
Yeah.
thing.
My favorite thing, there's some stuff about like other countries where I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So like British people,
Yeah.
they know how to get into a line. Like no British person is going to
they
cut
know how
a line.
They know how to queue.
They know how to queue.
Yeah.
Thank you. Chinese,
Yeah.
fuck queuing. There
No.
are no lines in
No.
China. It's just how fast can you get your ass to the front through everybody and get the thing,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And it actually there are actual like courses in China to train people with the Olympics. When the Olympics went to Beijing,
Yeah.
they actually had to train. They did courses where they would
On
train
how to
people
stand in
how
line?
to stand in a line
Oh my
and wait
gosh.
their turn because
No.
that is culturally just not something people do in China.
You know what else? My uncle's
Their
Chinese.
Disneyland must be crazy.
So my
Yeah, oh, God.
right. My uncle is Chinese. So the majority of his family still lives over
Mm-hmm.
in Shanghai, I believe. And he told me that over there, red lights are suggestions.
Oh my god, I
stop
love
if
it.
you
It's
want.
like they're like yields basically. It's like
Amazing.
slow down and make sure no one else is coming, but you can keep going if there's no one else coming.
That is fantastic.
Terrifying.
I mean, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
We should try it here.
We should try it here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so one of the things that I find very interesting is the pedestrian speed bumps
Yeah.
are like 2/3 of the center of this thing.
Okay.
So there are two clearly way more than enough room for a human being to walk on either side of these bumps, and
Oh.
people don't walk on there.
Oh, they just purposely
assume
walk-
they have to walk over the bumps. So everybody's walking over the bumps. Every picture I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't you just not walk on the bumps? And it's like, nope, everybody's walking on the bumps.
And still no one is looking at whatever this what is the beautiful thing they're supposed to look at?
Oh, yeah. It is, it is, wait.
Waiting for
fuck you, Ad. I don't give a shit about golf and your hairline.
Hey, you watch it. And your
Speed
hairline?
bumps. Here it is. You ready? It's the Ancient Town Heritage Site on Beijing.
Yep, got it.
Grand Canal. It's their Grand Canal.
Ooh.
Hangzhou Grand Canal.
That does sound pretty.
Yeah.
It does. It sounds very pretty.
It's now called the Washboard Road. Yeah, but look. Like, just don't walk on the bumps.
You're right. There's so much room on either side to not walk.
And, like, everybody's on the bumps.
Well, the ones on the left and right, those empty spots are for skateboarders.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can't walk in the skateboard lane.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, that's amazing. I love it. Anyway.
Amazing.
Did we do it?
I think we did it. Jesus, we were rambling, and then we rambled for the right amount of time. Yeah.
It was a good ramble.
Yeah, it was a great ramble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did it.
I think we did it.
All right, I have to do my weekly shout-out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think by the time this podcast... oh, my God, use your words, Allison. Yeah. Third of a bottle of wine. By the time this podcast airs, we will be in week 7 of my 10-week campaign raising money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Yeah.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah. So if for some reason you don't know, I'm doing this campaign for LLS to raise money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society because my uncle is currently fighting stage 4 lymphoma. And I've been doing a call to action for all the half-hour happy hour listeners. I can't even say the name of my own podcast, right?
That's right.
Since we are a 30-ish minute podcast, if you guys could donate $30-ish, that would be amazing. I have tweeted out the link a few times. It's also in the bio of my Instagram account. I was thinking my Instagram account, my Instagram page.
It's also the bio of my Instagram
account. Shut up, guys. I was thinking that because we were recording early this week, I wasn't going to have as many names to shout out. But I think I actually have more names than we normally have to shout out this week.
Big week.
I know. Like every week I get so impressed. I'm like, I kind of figured like 18 people listen to this podcast, and I think those 18 people have donated. But no.
Well, maybe they're nom de plumes.
Oh. Well, if you are the same 18 people donating over and over again, I thank you.
Keep it up. We love it.
But if you're all new people, which I'm assuming you are, thank you guys so much. These are the people I have to thank this week. James Griffiths, Dan Yoshida, Hercules Avello.
Hercules.
Burren Jones, Stephen Pylon, Preston Giles. I'm really good at this, you guys. Nikki Diocampo, Michael Gomez. Stop laughing at me. Ronnie
what's his last name?
Pylon. That's awesome.
Ronnie Emhoff, Greg Johnson. I got that one. Dan Siegfried and Kevin.
Stick the landing.
Wrestlers. Breezeliers. Breslers? I don't know. I can't read my own handwriting. Anyway, you guys are phenomenal. Oh, good. I'm getting applause. No, we're applauding you.
Done. Yeah, good
We're
work,
applauding
everybody.
you guys for donating. Thank you so much. If anyone else out there can donate, I'd really, really appreciate it. And I'll mispronounce your name on our show. How about that?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, that is it for this episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. You can email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. And I'm Alison Haislip.
I'm Alex Albrecht. Sitting in with us, as always, the lovely and talented Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
You're so pretty, Tom.
Thank you.
Guys, we will be termite-free next week.
Woo!
Termite-free.
I guarantee.
Termite and fancy free.
Bam!
Now leaving Nerdist.com.